It's up to you. Hey, that's pretty great. Awesome. Good job. Yeah, and neither support has Sunder. That's kind of funny. Not really sure why I went beads on Kepri this game. It's a little surprising. Maybe you thought it was Sobek's support? I guess you kind of want beads in a Herc. It's not worth it, though. Okay, so Pele's here. I can actually just do camps with him at level 1, or he can solo red and I can solo blue. They're both viable. Because he's starting on red, I'm just going to assume he wants us to both solo, and that's totally okay to do. Again, it looks like we're against the Thor, so clear-wise we do lose, but we can just kind of harass and be annoying. And that's kind of like the object of, you know, how to play the character, right? So it's not a huge issue to do at all. We're deciding not to go potions because, or not to go extra potions, instead just go tier 1 because I want to be gold efficient into a rotating character like this. And I don't actually think he's going to be poking me much. We both lost one minion, which is pretty normal. He might lose the second one. He will. He might actually be doing a red-blue start because he's really late now. Let's see if he loses a third. He will. Yeah, so he's doing a red-blue start, so he gets more XP and an advantage at level 1 because he obviously has a strong buff, so he's actually ahead. It's a start that you can use to kind of like play through solo, which is a bit annoying for us for sure. But we'll just like poke him out and kind of play the best we can. We do like lose pressure with this. There's literally nothing you can do if he goes it. The idea though is that like you're playing weak side solo off this start, but you're gonna hopefully get an advantage somewhere else, like in mid and for your jungler. So it's like not the end of the world because our jungler has red right now and is slightly more farm than theirs. So it just depends what you value, right? He went Sunder and a lot of potions. Pretty normal stuff. And I can like be a little bit annoying here. He'll get the minis. We can at least keep him from getting the big one. And yeah, again, literally on all these waves, all we do is just follow him around and hit him. We'll clear as well, obviously, but it's a combination of the two things. Wow, I can't believe he gets his TP off there. I think that's the CC buffering. Because normally you would never. Like, almost positive that's what it is. Cool buff for Thor, I guess. We'll lose totems and stuff in this lane. That's pretty expected. Yeah, we're not 4 yet. Again, that start does get you a slight XP lead, so you just got to deal with it. For a faster clearing god, we get one more minion and we're 4 here anyways, but was not the case this time. Alrighty, we're similar health bars. I've got more sustain just because I've got healing, but he's got better damage, so I think this is just going to kind of be like a lot of nothing going on. Yeah, just a lot of nothing. It's kind of playing a little aggro, but we have wave clear advantage, so it doesn't really matter. Dude, this is like my first comp, like, it feels like a comp game right now in this lane. This is my first one in ages. That's fun. I always love playing against better players, like, than everybody else, you know? It makes the game a lot more enjoyable. Not all the time, because sometimes you do just want to have fun, but it's a nice change of pace. Especially since, like, you know, this is what you're going to be doing in competitive in the future, assuming there is Smite comp, so you like doing that. Mystical Mail is how much? 2350, so we're 500 off. Don't want to Sunder this for nothing. Oh, whoops. Wow. Dude, our plug does no damage. Again, we're going to be losing like some of those neutrals. That's pretty expected, like into a Thor. Kind of like play with that in mind. It's not a huge deal. As long as you're like getting waves and you're not getting soloed or something, which obviously would be pretty hard to have happen, you're doing a pretty good job. And really the biggest thing is we want to keep him from proxying and stuff. I want to greed Mystical. So I'm going to ult this wave, I think. Actually, I can't just upfront ult it because he's going to ult me. Avoid the wall. Get a pluck on him just to be annoying. And once this wave's gone, we can reset. So that gold efficiency is good. He's going to look a little bit for a semi-proxy here, but obviously, again, we can just harass, and he's going to just walk away. Cool. Now, Pele being there helps a bit, but, like, that's an angle that he walks there, we just pluck him, you know what I mean? So, like, either way, we would have been able to get it pretty good there. And just, like, distract him. And again, once we get Mystical, our clear is just, like, going to be a lot better than it is right now. And therefore, we can pressure the map. I can also just rush Cloak for shared prots, which is, like, totally fair to do. But I'm going to go Cloak after Mystical, because I really want to lean into that harass. He's rushing Cloak right now. So, it's just two sides of the same coin, really. Or a different, same coin, yeah, same coin. Let's see, can I get anything on him? Nope. Stopping Vex is always good in a lane like this. Again, we have to remember, like, we are a tank that is slower clearing and slower everything. So his biggest, like, goal is to pace push as much as he can and build as much tempo as he can and just out-rotate us and then build a lead from rotations and stealing camps and stuff. So anytime we can deny that to any degree, it's really, really valuable. So, like, right here, we're going to hold a little bit and just do Totem. And, like, it's just going to make it harder for him to get to the wave. Now, he could actually just rotate mid from base. If he does that, unfortunate, but chances are he probably won't. Yeah, and he doesn't, so really good for us. We're going to pluck him here. Again, we have the Mystical, and I don't think he even realizes that. Now we force his ult. Sunder down, which is a little bit annoying because he's able to live, but we forced him out really low. He kind of, like, needs to reset, and we can just create tension again and then crash this wave. Pele's even looking, so we can maybe even look for a dive here. It's, like, doable, just he's healing. It's a super wave here, though, so either way, it's, like, still tough for him because he's just losing a lot of gold. He's going to play really safe. It's hammer, pluck, wall. He's got Athena ult, we back up. We have to let this go. Gonna tank one more shot. Hopefully he's just alive. He might be dead. Yeah, I can't really help there. Lucky. We should have just dropped at the moment Athena was ulting. It's fine, though. Go get blue. I could have tanked like one or two more shots, though, for sure. Maybe that was a bit bad on me. We'll go into Prophetic now. It's Athena jungle. I forgot about that. They're a pretty tanky comp. They're going to go triple tank. Alrighty. Tiny bit ahead right now. Nothing too crazy, though. This chest camp has just kind of been left, and to be honest, like, he'll be able to get them easier, so I'm fine to just leave them standing, or like leave that one standing. And we'll just try to poke him a little bit. He's getting Prophetic Cloak stacks, but we're gonna be going it soon, so it's not a big deal. Like, he'll get them eventually anyways. But that is one of the big things why, like, Prophetic Cloak is so valuable, because a lot of these lanes just end up being stalemates. And if you're able to, like, find a way to get protections and some kind of... Oh, that was a really bad pluck. Some kind of scaling, you know, it's really, really nice. He has ult, or pluck, so it's fine. He probably doesn't even need to ult there, but it's really good that we forced it, I guess. He's going to look to reset. We need Cloak. I think it's 2,400, so we're just saving up for that point. Get a free totem here. And again, if you were to rush Cloak first on Sobek, like, sure, you could get the prots, but we probably couldn't harass this hard, because the Mystical is really, like, facilitating a lot of it. So, I personally think Mystical is a bit better to go here. I do need a bit of gold. I'm going to do this. Maybe against better judgment. Yeah. I don't think it would have been bad for him to just, like, go for the wave right there when I was on that camp. It's a little aggro, but I think he's not doing it just because he doesn't have ult. And, like, yeah, if you can force out an ult on a Thor, it's really, really good. Again, I know in this matchup we're talking a lot more about, like, limiting the Thor, and we're not talking about what we're playing, and I know that sounds weird because normally I don't do that. But, like, very, very, like, innately, whenever you're playing against a rotating character, you play around them, not around you, if that makes sense. Like, your whole play is to limit what your opponent's doing in a pick like this. Because the idea, and this doesn't always work, but the idea is that if we get to level 20, we're both rotating on time, I should do as much, if not more, than a Thor because I'm more of a frontliner. That's not always the case. It depends how you play it, how it's grouped, obviously, all that stuff. But, like, in theory, that's the idea, and it's much better than he's rotating first, like right now. Because he's going to proxy and then rotate. Unfortunately, like, I had to do a back, so he's going to be able to get this angle. It is what it is. Hopefully we just play safe mid and like lose prio and it's not the end of the world and I can TP to gold if I have to. But, you know, sometimes they're going to be able to slip through. It just, you have to limit the amount of times they do it, right? If his first proxy is at 10 minutes, that's much better than if it's at 5. We're going to backpedal, try to go to our blue. Get this here. We do have Sunder. Again, Thor can just rotate at any point, so we've called it and we've done the best we can. It's going to red. Yeah, too bad. I'm going to come mid now. They might go to gold. Kern did get a kill at least. Yeah, and as you see, big assists and stuff happen. All good. Biggest goal right now is to just make sure they don't do gold, which I don't think they can with the solo kill left. So we just got a cloak stack out of it. We did secure both of our buffs, so you know, if you're not able to match the rotation, try to do something farm-wise to catch it, or like, you know, make it at least okay. You're never really going to make up for 3 deaths, but if you're playing like a faster clearing character like Amaterasu or like Bologna or something, they tend to be a little bit better into Thor from a laning phase perspective, at least, because they're able to, you know, punish more for a rotation if they're not able to catch the rotation. So a pick like Sobek is definitely fine because, like, obviously we have the harass, but ideally you're getting something that like can farm fast as well. He's totally fine. I think his blue's up. He doesn't have it on him. Your worst picks are ones that are extremely passive and can't press. So, like, if you're to play, like, some garbage mage or something, or, I don't know, like, what's, like, I don't know, just some really defensive guardian, which there aren't too many of right now, but that stuff is, like, really bad, because then you can't punish and you can't do anything. We're both stacking cloaks, so you know, I think we're fine with just like both running at each other. Yeah. Just sit here. Want to make sure this goes into tower if we can. This is worth like 100 gold if you lasted it, right? So it's really, really valuable if you can force it into tower. Right now he's holding it on purpose, so we don't do that, but eventually if we just sit there and usher, we're going to be able to get it in. And then now we can go to the gold camp. He's playing back so we don't get cloak stacks, but we'll get them later. How much are we ahead? We're up 700, which is pretty good. And obviously, we haven't got a gold yet, but we got a tier 1 tower, so we got a little bit of help from the team, but so far it's mostly just been like kind of doing Sobek jail stuff, which you should have a lead in this lane, right? So this is like to be expected. He wants to go to his blue right now, so we're going to just try to distract him a little bit. Damage him out as much as we can. We'll get our 3 off. Head over to blue right now. He's going to be on it. If he has help, he does just insta-do this. He does have help. Okay, this is kind of annoying. Might be dead here. I am dead here. That guy's just hiding in the pocket. That's annoying. Alright, fair enough. We should get gold. Oh, we don't. This is very sus. Yeah, the mid laner's just sitting at blue. That's kind of weird. Is what it is, folks. We did have a lot of gold. Again, this kind of was just like a 1v1 lane. So I was kind of expecting it to stay that way. That's just a weird rotation, but happens to work, so all good, I guess. We're going to get a purification beads, probably. I can go Spirit Robe first, just to like counteract the heavy CC they have, and then we'll go... That did not stun him, that's crazy. And then we just go beads afterwards. They're really rough death, though. Is there blue up? That's kind of what we want to check. Probably not. That's all done. He's going to go play for Proxy now. Again, I'm kind of beat out for it, so I'm just going to go to Proxy myself. We are slower, but it's still doable. And then Pyro is going to be the main play. Pele's going to look to harass. I'm probably going to get harassed here too. We both can stall a lot, and we both should be able to live it really easily, so this just kind of will be a wash. But again, the play is like to make sure we're at the Pyro. We don't want waves pushing into our tower, because we're just getting behind if we do that. Got it off. He's doing a double proxy. We're just going to sit here. We're not going to go that far back. We wait, and we play for Pyro. Yeah, generally, like in the better games, like the game will slow down a good bit, right? And it will be a lot more farm-centric. So that's why I always try to stress, like especially against bad players, just like keep your farming up, because you can always hang with anybody no matter what if you're just like doing that well. It's really just bad when you start to like over-rotate and get in your head about, hey, I need to like be doing something when you really don't. Get a kill on the Athena right there. We're going to head over to this Thor. I have to ult here. I don't want to get plucked. I'm dead if I do. Oh, that was unlucky. That was very, very unlucky. I'm alright, though. A little bit rough. I think we end up cleaning up the fight okay. Not me, but like my teammates. Yeah, they got pushed out of my tail whip, but they ended up dying, so it's all good. We go into that AoE beads, though, now. It's called Tails... No? Yeah, it is. Talisman of Purification. And this gives us magical prots, a little bit more cooldown. We have 20, 10 here, so 20 overall, and this gives us another little chunk. You want to get to 50 cooldown rate if you can, but like 30 or 40 is still good enough most of the time. It ends up being, yeah, kind of just like a lot of trades. Looks good. I think Athena ulted there. We're going to hard push right here, check if blue's up. If it is, we invade. And if not, we probably just proxy. Should be up, though. Our blue's up, so if it's not, we can also go back. I don't think he has Sunder. I'm just gonna, like, yeah, we just got this. Cool, cool, cool.
Enemy missing. Be careful, right?
Gonna run over. Oh, it's done. Too bad. We want to keep him from getting this wave here. It's gonna be a little bit lame, but it does work. Cool. That's all we had to do. I think ulting there is honestly a little dramatic. We should just be fine. Cool, so yeah, he's gonna miss this wave. We get this wave. Notice gold is coming up, so this could just be a distraction for... Oh, it's not. Oh, what the hell? They're actually collapsing on him? Oh, my bad. Usually that's just a distraction for gold, but I guess they just do Athena ult. Too bad. Too bad, too bad. My bad. I should have just looked at the health bars a little bit more. Probably struggling a bit. We're gonna get on this Athena a little bit here. Try to just get some damage off. Pluck her back. Good stun. We're gonna stun her for DPS. Get a 3 off. Ulting just to follow. Nice, good job. Yeah, they're gonna get gold here, sadly, I think. It's just kind of unlucky because Pele dies to start, so Kern like overcompensates to rotate, which isn't a bad call, but it's just like we lose some stuff for it. I'm not really sure about this fire call. We could try it. It's a little risky. It's very risky. I don't know. We'll give it a shot, I guess. I wouldn't normally call this, but actually might just work. If this works, dude, team's goated. Wow, unlucky. Did not get the pluck off. Yeah, it was worth a shot. I mean, it's a flip. Just didn't get it. If we get kills here, it's like still playable. It's weird. Yeah, alright, that's fine. They have one with fire. We get a bunch of picks. Obviously, if we get that, that's such a huge trade, but like, even just getting all those kills there means that the actual fire itself is not that relevant. So that was a really good call, even if it didn't go too hot. It's only on Medusa, which is definitely not the end of the world. We gotta get this tier 1 tower. Are we tanking? Yeah, we do. Are we back up here? We want to reset and probably head towards Pyro. Despite like all the hecticness of this game and it kind of being like back and forth blows, we're very even as a team. And farm-wise, I'm a little bit behind, 700 gold, which I think a lot of that just came with that kill right there and the gold furies. So it's like within relevancy, and that's really all that's important. We have beads now. I think for our next item, you know, getting some more cooldown rate is probably pretty good. I'm not super worried about the Zeus damage because he has some defense, not too much pen. So if I want to go like a Glad Shield here, I think that's really, really solid. That's probably what I'm going to do. Get out of here. This is Athena building, full damage. Okay. So she's a good person to pluck, if we can reach her. Just get this. This is the sad part about gold freeze, dude. These waves get so tanky if you get to. It really, really sucks for me. Forces an ult here. That's pretty good. Good job. Should be fine. I think this is a decent fight here. Yeah, we're gonna just push right. We can kind of like just play like goalie here. That's not the right word. But we can just kind of play like the zone here a little bit. Alright, that was almost a good hit. My 3 got cancelled. What the hell? Okay, it's fine. We got a cloak stack though out of it, and we just get it right tier 1 tower. We're just gonna sit in this spot. Biggest point here is we can't get plucked, but we're zoning, right? Zeus can't really walk up, Kepri can't walk up. We get a tier 1 right. Now, if they can continue to win that siege, they should keep going, but if they can't, no problem. Again, we want to make sure we don't get plucked for nothing. If we're gonna get plucked, it should be like, that was weird. But it should be one that like isn't a big deal, right? Where we're not taking that much damage. This guy's taking a lot of damage now though. Almost. Still fine. Athena ult forced. That's the idea though. Like, for Kepri to actually pluck and hit us, he had to compensate, like, so much space and end up just getting super hit. This is a little awkward now. Kind of, like, lagged a bit there, too. Oh, that's so troll. We got caught off the Nuwa minions. Yeah, we have to back up now. Still was good, though. Like, we got a free tower. Just have to back up now. Yeah, the game kind of, like, bugged out there. That was weird. Gold's up. If we can, like, get... Uh-oh. If we can get to gold, that's really good. I do kind of want to back, but I think I might just have to stay, sadly. That is, like, insane. We just get blocked by something that spawns. Crazy. Thank you, Casanova, for the follow. I appreciate it. And, yeah, we'll just head to this. We're down 1 now, so it's a little bit sus, but... You know, if we can get, like, a little bit of poke damage without, like, trading too hard... should be okay. I could look for an ult right now. It's like a little awkward, so I'm gonna hold it. This doesn't matter. Athena, I think, baited herself. Yeah, she just dashed. She hinted super hard. Just barely off the mark there. This is still really good, though. We forced them out, and we can just do gold. No reason to chase super hard here. And we just want to, like, push them out so they leave. So we're just... Was that AoE bees? It was, yeah. I think I misclicked. But yeah, we just want to like push them out so we make sure we actually get this. We don't need to like chase to go for kills. It's good enough that we got 1. I'm going to go on this guy a little bit here to just bother him, get another stack. Nothing crazy though. And again, this should be really free. I'm going to try to get speed here. Okay, it's not happening. It is happening. Let's go, boys. We reset here. We can get our starter item and then we can get something. I like actually the idea of just like getting an item first. Just because I don't need my starter that bad. Because I'm not scaling off power really. So we got Glad Shield here. That's a little bit more cooldown. We're now at 40 rate, which is pretty good. If I can get a little bit more, I will. We'll get 5 more from our starter, so I'm probably just going to leave it and just go something that doesn't give cooldown here. Final item. You could go Hussar's Wing. You could go the Mushroom thing for healing. You could go like a Spectral if they have crit, which they don't, but you know, something along those lines. Generally, Fizd's fine if you wanted to go like a Stone of Binding here. Or something like that instead. Totally fine. Anti-heal if you needed it. You probably should have went earlier, but also would be cool. And yeah, just some kind of shared prod defense item or Fizz leaning probably. But that just depends on like who's hurting you the most, right? We're fine here. Again, we need 1 more cloak stack to be finished. That's why I'm kind of playing a little aggro. We finished it now. Kern's taking some damage here. The fight's really split, and it's good if the fight's split, even if this guy dies. We get a pluck, damage off, 3-2. I'm good. Still safe. Can kind of just like be really, really annoying here. Yeah, this looks really good. They're like griefing. Nice. We got an ult around the flank here. Is this guy out? He is. It's still a good fight. Again, we're a little bit disjointed because of all the pushes and pulls and stuff going on, but like the biggest point there is that we were able to get like 15% off like 3 people's health bars to 20% with literally taking 0 damage. Like we can't die if the fights are split. They can full commit, maybe kill like a jungler or kill an ADC or kill a mid, but as long as we're alive and healthy, we can always just like make sure they can never truly win a fight and force someone out. It's super, super valuable. Alright. You back, it's too bad. I think we just push mid here. We'll do Pyro too. Yeah, we wanna do all this stuff. Doesn't really matter the order as long as we get it all. We get Pyro, we get Naga, we can group push left. Generally speaking, like I talk about splitting a lot and like split sieging. If you're playing a Guardian solo, you never do that. Your jungler can if they really want to, but our jungler's behind, so you probably shouldn't. I'll pick this up because I can't die. We'll upgrade our starter here, group 5-man left, and then yeah, just kind of own. So yeah, sieging generally speaking, if you have like a tankier frontline, you want to do it. If I'm playing Amaterasu, I can also just 5-man just because I like I help my team so much. But if I'm trying to, you know, play like Osiris or something in Smite 1, or if it's Smite 2 and I'm playing Bologna, I can just split mid on my own, right, and do a 4-1. If I have like an auto attack jungler like a Nemesis and I'm playing Sobek, you know, we can also 3-2 and just me and the Pele's, or me and the, you know, Nemesis would split mid, and then a 3 go left. But in a game like this where we have a lot of CC, Pele's kind of behind, doesn't really want to 1v1 the Athena jungle, like it's totally the move to just 5-mana lane. They have a lot of CC, so we need to make sure we disengage smoothly. But as long as we're quick about this, we should be able to get a Phoenix really easily. They're splitting the map, and this is obviously what you want to do. But as long as we're decisive on our siege, like it really isn't a big deal. I'm going to leash this to our support. And we just keep going. I do have Nagas, so Tier 2 is toast. They're going to reset quick, obviously, because they have to. And we can start to poke and prod. If you pluck in, you are dead, most likely. So you don't want to pluck in. You just want to kind of walk. Make sure you keep your AoE beads for when you need it. And right here, pluck the Medusa. The fight is kind of split, and we're disengaging, but we got a Zeus ult out of the way, right? So it's no big deal. I kind of ulted just for my safety. I didn't really need to. That's still a fine trade. We were able to get rid of Zeus ult. That's a big like defensive tool. So we can still totally siege, is the point. I'm not sure what we're waiting for exactly. I think it just... maybe Herc's safety? I'm not too sure. I feel like we can still push. That's really good. Beads forced. It's big time. Again, I don't want to pluck in, especially without AoE beads. This might get a kill. It does. Yeah, now we push for sure. We're going to pluck Sobek here. Just keep him split from the fight. Frames are dying. That's okay, though. And I think that is just game. We'll sunder the Zeus just to like harass him and force him back. We're taking a lot of damage for it, but again, we're playing our health bar. We should be okay. Get the pluck here, and it is money. Great. GG. Well done, guys. This was a great game. This was really competitive. It wasn't like a super exciting, flashing game, but that's not what competitive matches are supposed to be. So for a ranked game, this was really high quality. Okay, this is a little awkward though. We might actually build 10. Pluck him to save him from TPing. Good job. There we go, boys. Hell of a match, and a great way, I think, to end our stream. We've been live for 5 hours. I know the chat kind of locked in there too. Weren't as yapping as before, but good match, 3-1-11. And yeah, hopefully got to showcase how to play, you know, a Guardian against a rotating character. Again, you want to play a Guardian with Harass, try to rush Mystical early, and just stick to them. You want to be as cringe as possible. That's the only way you don't get super rotated. And we still did a couple of times, right? But you just have to hope, like, you can temper it before it happens too much. Because if he's, like, proxing at level 7 or something, the game is cooked. Like, you're just